when we were touring, it's like, hey, we always saw ourselves as a heavy band, but being at home, and this you'll kind of hear this theme pop up where it's like when we have time, when we had a chance to really sit and kind of look at what we've done, see maybe where we want to go. We met a ton of great people, a lot of awesome songwriters, a lot of awesome producers, engineers, whoever else. And we just started writing stuff on the internet, sending it over, just having some fun, making some little projects, whether they were acoustic or pop or non-metal or whatever the case may be. But then you kind of start to look at yourself in a different light and you're like, okay, maybe we can implement something like this. This is different. This feels good. Now, it might not be, quote unquote, rock or metalcore or whatever the case may be, but that's kind of like the lesson that we've learned when it comes to being an artist. Or you learn how did your favorite artist come up with their sound. It's like, you might have had somebody that took bluegrass and country and rock and hip hop or whatever the case may be, put it all together, and that's their own unique sound because that's their story. That's how they grew up. And it's like, again, when you ask me the question of lyrically, we're going deeper into our own stories, into our own personalities. Now we're doing that musically as well. It's, I have a Motown background. I grew up, I live in Michigan. I've lived in Michigan my whole life. And, we had the Motown stuff. You have soul, you have more traditional R&B and jazz. Tyler and Mike, they had, more of a rock background and metal, stuff like that. Ryan, kind of the same thing. He's a little all over the place. And it's like, how do we showcase, again, more of our personalities in the music? And that's kind of where that came from. It wasn't planned. Again, kind of a cool story. When we went to go do Sinner, we had a bunch of ideas that all of us write on our own and do this, but we kind of just made an agreement like, look, let's just have fun. Let's just go down there with nothing, pretend like it's us showing up to the garage and you just have your guitar on your back with your little ass amp. And you're like, you're just going to rock out with your friends. You're not even going to think about what you're playing. You're going to feel off of it. You're going to see what somebody does. And when we went there and we had all the conversations that we did, he just queued up some plugins. We plugged in the guitars, got the notepads out. And from there, it literally felt like magic. And it's like, okay, from now on, that's the process. That's getting back to basics in a weird way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very cool. All right, David. Well, thanks very much for your time today, mate. It's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure chatting with you, mate.
Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, man.
My pleasure, mate. Hopefully you make it out to Australia soon and we get to sit down and have that chat.
Hey, I'm about it. You guys Australia is one of my bucket lists. So no matter what, whether it's music or if it's personal, I'm going to get there in some way.
Too easy. We wish to sit down and have a good yarn over a glass of Coke and water.
Hey, there you go. I like it.
Beautiful, Damon. All right, brother. You take care, mate. Have a good day.
Hey, you as well. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, bro.